Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Creators Conquest official YouTube channel. My name is Rocco Capital, and today we'll be playing the first ever live duel since the release of our starter decks and first set, Rise of the Six Tribes. The devs and I have carefully crafted 2 decks using cards from all 3 beta releases, and can't wait to show you how exciting a full match can be. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey everyone, and we are back. So today I'm going to be playing Growth Magician OTK, and Lamene is going to be playing Meteor Rockdown. So let's see how our first live duel goes. So jumping into the die roll, it's going to be a high roll. I'm going to roll a 7, and Lamene is going to roll a 10. So he definitely gets to choose. Now, looks like he is going to choose to go first. Looks like his first play is going to be to set 2 cards and pass turn to me. Now, starting off my turn, I'm going to draw for turn. Going into my play stage, I'm gonna activate Magician's Call, which lets me chain summon 1 growth creature from the deck. And that's gonna be Magician's Companion, which I'm gonna activate its effect on summon. That means gonna think that one over. And he's gonna activate Creator's Judgment, which is going to negate that, which definitely hurts. That summon from Magician's Companion is very helpful. But I do have other options, so I'm gonna go into my Creator's deck and sacrifice Magician's Companion for Growth ELIXIR, which lets me add 1 Growth Magic card from the deck to my hand when it's summoned.
Yeah, you're good.
And looks like he's gonna let that one go through. So I'm going to add Growth Potion to my hand. Next, I'm gonna set 1. And activate Mechanical Supernova's effect to annex 8 cards from the top of my deck face down to summon itself. Let's see if Lamene lets that one go through. And looks like he does. So without many other options, I'm gonna go to my battle stage and swing with Mechanical Supernova, destroying 2 shields, which he's going to reveal to be Ace of Hearts, letting him draw 2 and discard 1, and Trick Up the Sleeve, which lets you place it face up in your shield zone when it's destroyed. Next, I'm going to continue my battle stage by attacking with Growth ELIXIR, destroying his Trick Up the Sleeve. Next, I'll go into end stage, which I don't have a play for, and pass. Lamene's going to draw 1 for his turn, and free summon El Tiro the Meteor Rock. He's gonna follow that up by chain summoning Naught the Meteor Rock from his hand since he controls 1 Meteor Rock creature. I'm gonna check my face down, see what I can do, and nothing at the moment, so I'm gonna let that go through. And he's gonna offer both a sacrifice for Creature of the Earth. He's gonna activate Naught's effect when it's sent to grave to add Friar the Meteor Rock from the deck to the hand. And then he's gonna activate El Tiro's effect to shuffle 1 other Meteor Rock creature from the grave to the deck. Moving to battle stage, he's gonna attack my Mechanical Supernova with Creature of the Earth and pass turn. I'm gonna draw for turn. And looks like I'm in a bit of a bind here. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna activate Creature Recovery Tool, chain summoning a creature from either grave, but I am not because Lamene is gonna activate the Anti-Magician, negating the effect. The Anti-Magician is a powerful new response creature in set 1 that lets you discard it to negate a magic card. Moving on, looks like I'm gonna go to my Creator's deck and sacrifice Growth ELIXIR for another Growth ELIXIR, which lets me activate its effect on summon to add a Growth Magic card from the deck to my hand. And that card is gonna be Magician's Call. It's gonna come in clutch here, letting me chain summon 1 growth creature from my deck. And that's gonna be the Magician of Growth. Looks like I'm gonna go on the offense here. If you don't know, the Magician of Growth gains 200 attack for every attached card. In combination with Growth Potion, that can end the game quick. And it looks like I'm gonna activate Growth Potion, attaching it to Magician of Growth. Now the thing about the Growth Potion is, it counts every annexed card as also attached to the creature that it is attached to. And since that means that 9 cards are attached to the Magician of Growth, it means he gains 1800 attack, giving him a total of 2800 attack.
Nice.
Looks like I'm going through the math myself here, having a little trouble. And before I go into battle stage, I'm just gonna check my grave, see what I have to work with. And looks like I'm gonna activate Mechanical Supernova, summoning it from the grave by annexing 8 cards from the top of my deck, meaning that the Magician of Growth now has 4400 attack, I'm gonna use that in battle stage to swing over a creature of the earth, destroying 2 shields, which turn out to be last minute reinforcements, letting him chain summon a creature from the grave, which is gonna be Not the Meteor Rock, and Jamming Signal, which says when it's destroyed, you can flip it up and then destroy another shield you control instead. Unfortunately, it's not gonna help Lamene out too much because he doesn't have any other shields. Now continuing, I'm going to swing over Naught with Mechanical Supernova, and then swing directly with Growth Elixir. And with that, we're gonna go to game 2. Now as we set shields here, I just wanna talk briefly about these 2 decks. Growth Magician OTK is so fun because even though it's kind of linear in its combos, the overall deck is just so powerful. Now it looks like moving on, Lamene is going to free summon Ackerly the Meteor Rock and chain summon Nelphine the Meteor Rock. I'm gonna check my hand for any responses. I don't think I have any, but let's see what goes on. I'm gonna let that one go through, and Lamene's gonna activate Meteor Rock's Call, which lets him chain summon 1 Meteor Rock creature from the deck. And that's gonna be Friar the Meteor Rock, which is my personal favorite. He's going to sacrifice Friar for Stoneman the Meteor Rock Warrior, and activate Friar's effect when sent to grave to chain summon 1 Meteor Rock creature from the deck. And that's gonna be El Tiro the Meteor Rock. Now this is like a really wild setup here because he can kind of do anything here, and it looks like he's going to because he's gonna sacrifice all 4 creatures for Bomber Magician. Now this card is something else, everybody. Like when you see this card in action, we've seen it a little bit in our first video, but I think this gameplay is gonna show just what this card can do. Now it gains 250 attack for every creature used to summon it. Lamene's is at 3,200 right now, but then it also annexes them, which is that big of a deal? For some decks, yes. For Meteor Rocks though, it's free real estate, baby. I'm gonna set 2 and activate Reinforcements from above because clearly I am hurting. I'm gonna summon Magician's Knight from the deck and offer that as sacrifice for, let me guess, it's gonna be Growth Elixir. You know the combo, everybody. Growth Elixir is gonna let me add a Growth Magic card from the deck to my hand. Looks like I'm gonna be adding Growth Potion, which, you know, that's the card most people are gonna be adding. I'm not really sure what my follow-up here is gonna be. I remember this hand being terrible, so let's see. Looks like I'm gonna free summon Magician's Wand. Okay, and that's gonna let me chain summon a growth creature from the grave. Magician's Wand is a great card for this deck, by the way. It's in set 1, Rise of the 6 Tribes. And looks like I'm gonna offer both Wand and Knight as sacrifice for Action Woman. Now, nobody wants to believe me in the Discord and everything, but I'm telling you, the actions splashed with Growth Magicians are gonna be wild. It's gonna be a really good deck. Now I know you can kind of play them in anything, but in Growth Magicians, actions are really gonna shine. So looking through my hand, doing a little bit of hand shuffling here, looks like I don't have too much follow-up. I cannot get over that 3,200 Bomber Magician right now, so I'm gonna have to play the long game here and just pass turn. I'm gonna pass turn. Now Lamene's gonna go, he's gonna draw 3 cards and free summon Friar the Meteor Rock, which he's getting a little greedy here, followed by a chain summon of Ackerly the Meteor Rock. Gonna check my face downs. I do not have a response though, but looks like Lamene is gonna continue to combo off by sacrificing Friar for Stoneman the Meteor Rock Warrior, which is gonna let him use Friar's effect when sent to grave to chain summon a Meteor Rock creature from the deck. And that's gonna be El Tiro the Meteor Rock. It looks like he's gonna follow it up by activating Stoneman's effect to annex itself from the field to chain summon 2 Meteor Rock creatures from the deck, which, once again, this deck is wild. He's gonna use it to chain summon Abby and Naught. He's gonna sacrifice 2 to bring out Creature of the Earth again. Creature of the Earth is really powerful. It's in the Meteor Rock starter deck. And looks like I'm gonna respond with Creator's Judgment because I'm not dealing with that. My send is gonna be Regeneration, it seems, which kind of hurts. That's a great card to have. But it was worth it because you had to get rid of it. That would have punched over all of my creatures. But he's gonna sacrifice 2 more to summon Creature of the Earth once again. Looks like he's gonna activate El Tiro to shuffle a Meteor Rock creature from the grave to the deck. and then naught to add a Meteor Rock card from the deck to the hand. And that card's gonna be Meteor Rock Shower, which is not looking good for me, everyone. That's definitely a scary card to see, especially when he's about to end his turn. So going to battle stage, he's going to swing over my Action Woman with Bomber Magician, which, ouch, and Creature of the Earth is gonna swing over my Growth Elixir. Luckily, I survived without any shields being destroyed, but he's gonna unfortunately set 2 and pass, which doesn't look too formidable, but when it's against Meteor Rocks, believe me, that is a formidable sight. So going to my turn, I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and for whatever reason, it does not look hot for me again this turn, but last time it didn't look too hot for me and I won, so let's see how it goes. Gonna fan out my grave, see what I'm working with here, and unfortunately, I didn't really get the setup that I would have preferred, but I'm sure that we can survive. Let's see, I'm going to activate Creature Recovery Tool. I'm actually gonna look at his grave first and see if I can steal anything. But unfortunately, and this is actually kind of a smart move on his end, he shuffled all the good stuff back into the deck with El Tiro. So, and it doesn't even matter because he activates Anti-Magician, and there's that. So that was basically my biggest play. I'm going to Annex Summon Magician of Growth. Unfortunately, I don't have a very good Annex set up here, but you know, maybe we can work with this. I do have Growth Potion in my hand, but at this point, it's really not gonna add anything. Gonna just look through my options. Lamene's checking his face downs, which is never a good sign. I know that Meteor Rock Shower is coming. He is definitely gonna enjoy that one. This is one of those chokehold points in Growth Magicians that really hurts. And looks like he's gonna activate Meteor Rock Shower. Oof. Gonna discard 1 to destroy Magician of Growth. Meteor Rock Shower is a card that you can find in the Meteor Rock starter deck. It is a hell of a card. Basically, you can conduct battle on your opponent's turn by discarding Meteor Rock creatures. Looks like I'm gonna pass turn. He's gonna draw 4 cards, set 1, and continue with his turn. Looks like he's going to free summon Friar the Meteor Rock, chain summon Naught the Meteor Rock, and go into his creator's deck. Now that is never a good sign when it comes to Meteor Rocks, because that means he still has follow-up left. And he's gonna sacrifice Friar for another Stone Man. I don't know how many Stone Mans is in this version of the deck. He's gonna activate Friar's effect when sent to grave to chain summon what looks like Nelphine the Meteor Rock from the deck. Then he's going to sacrifice Stone Man for Bomber Eagle, which lets him destroy my magic card, which it was just a creator's forgiveness, so I couldn't use it, but it still hurts. Still would have loved to have some back row before I just get destroyed here. Looks like he's going to go into battle stage and attack with Bomber Magician, destroying 3 shields. And those shields are going to be Shield Growth and 2 copies of Face the Music. I'm gonna activate Face the Music and destroy a creature he controls, just to buy myself a turn here. I know it's not gonna save me or help me build anything, but you know, sometimes that's all that matters. I'm gonna destroy Creature of the Earth and let him continue his battle stage. He's gonna attack me with Bomber Eagle, destroying my last shield. And unfortunately, since Face the Music says that you can't activate shield effects for the rest of the turn, I can't do anything else. So he's gonna pass turn to me. I'm gonna draw 2 cards, and it's not looking too hot for me. I mean, you know what? Game 1, I kind of crushed that, so sometimes you gotta deal with the reckoning here. Looks like I'm gonna pass, and we're gonna go to game 3. So I'm gonna draw my hand, and I'm gonna go first because there is 1 card in my creator's deck that shuts down Meteor Rocks. Usually Growth Magician OTK is a blind second deck, but there are some going first options. So I'm gonna activate Magician's Call, chain summoning 1 growth creature from the deck. Lamene's going to look through his hand, but he's going to ultimately let it go. So I'm gonna bring out Magician's Companion, which on summon lets me chain summon a growth creature from the deck. Just gonna let that go as well, and I'm going to bring out Magician's Knight, which lets me add a growth creature from the deck to my hand. And he's gonna let that go. I'm gonna add Magician of Growth. So already we have a great setup. Hopefully I can get to some good annexes by turn 3, but you know, that's sometimes it's the struggle with Growth Magicians. It's a lot of risk for a lot of reward. So I'm going to sacrifice Magician's Knight for Growth Elixir. Growth Elixir's effect to add a Growth Magic card from the deck to my hand. You guys already know where we're going with this. Gonna add Growth Potion. Just look through my hand here, see what my options are. If I remember correctly, this is definitely a good going first hand. I'm gonna set one and sacrifice both creatures on the field for Magician's Hand. Now this is the card. Now this is kind of a little bit of a generic card. I'm gonna pass turn to Lamene, but basically what it does is, and the application that I'm using it in, is that every single creature that is offered a sacrifice after it's summoned gets annexed. So obviously for Meteor Rocks, that is not good because they like to play in the grave. He's going to free summon Nelphine the Meteor Rock, then chain summon Naut the Meteor Rock. Check his creator's deck, and looks like he's gonna offer Naut as sacrifice for Stone Man. Interesting play. He's going to annex Stone Man to chain summon 2 Meteor Rock creatures from the deck, and that's gonna be Friar and Nelphine. Okay, all right, let's see where this is going. He's going to offer Friar a sacrifice to bring out another Stone Man, and then sacrifice Stone Man for Bomber Eagle to destroy my set magic card. Okay, and I think it was another Creator's Forgiveness, so it's not really a very big loss on my end. It's gonna offer the rest of sacrifice for Creature of the Earth, and I'm gonna activate Magician's Hand in response, sending a shield to the grave to annex a response card, gaining the effect. Let's see, looks like I'm gonna annex Creator's Judgment, which means I get to negate that summon. Unfortunately, I have to annex Magician's Hands, but it's 500 attack, so it's not really protecting me from much here. I'm just going to be looking at his resources, checking what he can do, and seems like he's just gonna go into battle and swing with Bomber Eagle, destroying 1 shield, which is gonna be Regenerate. Oh, clutch. It's gonna let me place a shield from my shield deck into my shield zone. So moving forward, he is going to set 1 and pass turn to me. I'm gonna draw, and looks like I'm doing good. I'm gonna Mechanical Supernova, chain summoning itself by annexing the top 8 cards of my deck. That Magician of Growth setup is coming, everyone. Let's see if I can sync it. He's going to Meteor Rock Shower on my Mechanical Supernova. That hurts. He's going to discard Abby, activate Abby's effect to add an annexed Meteor Rock creature to his hand. Now that is kind of tough. A lot of that work that I did with Magician's Hand there is kind of lost, but you know, we can survive. We still have 4 shields. He's only got 1 on the field. And I'm going to annex summon Magician of Growth. Now this is a wild setup here. Gonna annex Magician's Knight for the summon. And looks like I'm gonna activate Growth Potion, but no I'm not, because he's going to discard Anti-Magician. Now that hurts. I mean, you can see I am not taking this one too well here. Unfortunately, that means that Magician of Growth is still at 1,000 attack and can't beat over Bomber Eagle. I'm gonna activate Magic Recovery Tool and add a magic card from the grave to my hand. And it's gonna actually end up being Magician's Call. Let's see what I do here. Looks like I'm gonna activate Magician's Call to chain summon a growth creature from my deck. And I'm going to bring out Magician's Companion, okay. And then I'm gonna activate its effect to bring out Magician's Wand. Doesn't have any responses here. Magician's Wand effect to summon Growth Elixir from my grave. So it looks like I'm going still to go into that battle stage, go for that big attack. I think I know where I'm going here. Yep, you all know where I'm going here. I'm gonna summon out Bomber Magician, which gains 1,000 attack because I offered 4 creatures up as sacrifice, meaning it's at 3,200. I'm gonna swing over his Bomber Eagle, destroying 2 shields, which unfortunately one of them is Regenerate, and he's gonna activate that one, giving him 1 more shield from his shield deck. And looks like with that, I'm going to pass turn. I do not have anything else to do there. He's gonna draw, and looks like he's drawing 4 cards. Man's got a whole new hand here. He's gonna set 1 and free summon Friar the Meteor Rock, and then a slew of Meteor Rocks, being Abby and Nelphine. Looks like he's gonna take that 1 summon back. We're gonna act like we didn't see it. So going into his creator's deck, I can't believe he still has follow-up here. It's really wild. I mean, this is the power of Meteor Rocks, you know. This is what this deck loves to do. It loves to recur. It loves to kind of find that edge right after it's whittled you down. So he's going to offer Abby a sacrifice for another Stone Man. Once again, I don't know how many Stone Men are in this this deck list, so we're gonna have to get y'all a profile soon. Looks like he's gonna activate Abby's effect when sent to add an annexed Meteor Rock creature to his hand. He's going to activate Stone Man, annexing it to summon 2 Meteor Rock creatures from the deck. It's gonna be Naught, and let's see what his follow-up here is. It's gonna be El Tiro, okay. All right, solid, solid. He's going to activate one of his set cards, which is Magic Recovery Tool, which, let's guess, he's gonna add Meteor Rock Shower to his hand, everybody. That's fun. He's gonna set 1, and I don't think he can follow this up with any attack. So he's gonna pass turn. I'm gonna draw 3 cards, which is good for Growth Magicians. You know, having a good hand is a little hard to come by, but it's very toolboxy, so it helps. So I'm going to activate Mechanical Supernova, annexing 8 off the top, face down. I mean, I'm getting thin here. Look at that deck. That deck has, I don't even know, like, what is that, 5 cards? So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna annex Mechanical Supernova from the grave to annex summon Magician of Growth. And we saw this one coming, baby. He's gonna Meteor Rock Shower. This is not a very good situation for me here. He's going to discard, what is this going to be? Naught and Abby to destroy my Bomber Magician and my Magician of Growth. Ugh. He's gonna lose 1 shield from that, which is gonna be Ace of Hearts, which is barely a loss. He's gonna draw 2, discard 1. And looks like I'm gonna go into battle stage and with Mechanical Supernova swing over his El Tiro. He's going to activate El Tiro's effect when sent to shuffle 1 Meteor Rock creature into his deck. This deck keeps going. I'm gonna pass turn, he's gonna draw, and he's going to chain summon another Nelphine. Looks like he's going to set 1 card and then set another card and offer to his sacrifice to bring out, what is this? It's gonna be an Edge of the Meteor Rock. Ugh. Edge of the Meteor Rock is our first legendary card in our set 1. And it's got a really wild effect. So let's see how it goes. He's gonna pass turn to me. He really wants to pass turn to me. He's not trying to swing over because Edge of the Meteor Rock, that is a game ender. If you can get it off, it's a game ender. And it looks like I'm going to get lost in the sauce and try to Creature Recovery Tool. Way too early. He's gonna Meteor Rock Shower me. That is pain. Send 2 to destroy both of my creatures. And I mean, you know, we know where it's going from here. I'm gonna try to play it out. I really never like to scoop if I don't need to, so I'm gonna try to play it out. I have 4 shields set. I'm gonna set 1 and, you know, just kind of, you know, look through my hand here, do a bit of hand shuffling. I mean, I don't know what I'm shuffling for. I don't have anything. So I'm gonna pass turn to Lamene, and he's actually in end stage going to activate Edge of the Meteor Rock. And if you know, you know. He's going to annex 4 Meteor Rock creatures from the grave to destroy 4 shield I control. Now, unfortunately, I really can't do much here. I'm gonna activate Magic Blocker just as a courtesy. It's not like it's gonna do anything because it's my end stage. And then I'm gonna activate Shield Growth, which, it hurts. Passing turn, he's going to draw for turn, and then activate Meteor Rock's Call. Now, he's gonna use it to summon Friar out from the deck, set another card, offer to his sacrifice for, let's see, I mean, his creative deck is so low. What can he still have left? I'm sure it's gonna be a Creature of the Earth. Every single time I need to buy a turn, he always brings out Creature of the Earth. And then, wait, what? He's gonna offer them all as sacrifice for a Bomber Magician? This hurts. This hurts. He's gonna swing, destroy my last shield. I'm gonna draw for turn. I'll tell you this, I don't think there's anything here. I guess I could try to keep it going. I'm gonna look through my annexed cards. I mean, most of my deck is annexed. I could keep trying to push here, but realistically, you know, he's got the setup. His grave is stacked. He's got the Bomber Magician on field, 3 set. Very few decks in the game at this point can make it through this. So I'm gonna scoop and shake, and Lamene wins our first live duel. Whew, talk about a nail biter. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. We hold weekly testing sessions on Tabletop Simulator over on our Discord, so if you'd like to try the game out for yourself or just read the full rulebook, check the links in the description box below. Also, feel free to send us any questions or pointers about the game. What would you like to see? Different playstyles, rule changes? Let us know in the comments below. In our next video, we'll be premiering our updated rulebook 1.5 and announcing a brand new card that'll take water-based decks to the next level. So make sure to give us a like and click the subscribe button to stay up to date every time we post. And until next time, have a great conquest.